Your phone vibrates on the table. You look down, but right before you can read the notification, the screen refreshes. The text vanishes, replaced by a single, frustrating sentence. This message was deleted. Somewhere else, the sender is breathing a sigh of relief. They realized they made a mistake, tapped delete for everyone, and assumed those words vanished into thin air. We treat messaging apps like spoken conversations, expecting that taking the words back fast enough makes them cease to exist. App developers encourage this assumption. They design the interface with little trash can icons and sweeping animations to provide the comfort of a built-in digital shredder. But in computer science, securely wiping physical data from a flash drive is a slow, resource-heavy process. It requires overwriting specific blocks of memory, which consumes a significant amount of electrical power. Your smartphone is engineered to optimize battery life. It refuses to waste precious energy securely wiping every single text message you happen to regret. Instead of deleting the data, the application merely places a blindfold over the user interface to save resources while maintaining the appearance of privacy. To find where that message is hiding, we have to look outside the chat application. We need to examine the core operating system, the iOS or Android software that manages the entire device. The moment a text arrives, the operating system intercepts it. It does this to display a notification banner on your lock screen, often before the chat app itself has even processed the incoming data. This intercept creates a fork in the road. The operating system splits the data, routing one copy to the app and another into its internal diary, the notification history log. When the sender hits delete, the app server sends a kill command to hide the text, but that signal hits a dead end. In the strict hierarchy of software, your chat application lacks the administrative authority to alter or erase files stored in the core operating system. Because the OS has already captured a permanent hidden screenshot of the text in its log, the app's delete command is ineffective at the system level. If we dive past the software layers down to the phone's physical hardware, the data remains even more secure. Your chat history is stored locally in an SQLite database. This is a physical ledger written directly onto your device's flash memory chips. When the delete command reaches the local drive, the system ignores the text itself and instead toggles a tiny digital switch from visible equals true to visible equals false. The text disappears from your screen, but the actual words remain perfectly intact. They sit undisturbed on the hard drive, occupying their original cells in the database grid. This raw data sits dormant in the physical memory. It waits there until your phone's storage fills up, and the system is forced to overwrite those specific sectors with entirely new information. Since the data block is physically undisturbed, a basic forensic extraction tool can bypass the visibility switch and pull the text back to the surface in seconds. Every single message you delete survives as a hidden record, lurking in the dark architecture of the device. The Delete for Everyone button functions as a psychological trick. It provides a placebo effect, masking the mechanical reality of how these devices actually function. User experience design is optimized to make you feel safe and in control. Computer science, however, follows unyielding rules regarding how data is routed, logged, and physically stored. These structural rules turn every interaction into a permanent record. On your device, digital communication functions as a ledger rather than a fleeting conversation. The next time you find yourself typing a reaction in the heat of the moment, or drafting a text you might regret, consider how this machinery handles your data. The moment you press send, the data leaves your control. It copies itself into hidden logs and burns itself onto physical drives. You can hide the message, but you can never truly take it back.